Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Om Ajnanatimirandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Malitam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I welcome all of you, and I would like to thank Chanakya University for inviting us here. And we had an opportunity to hear very wonderful historical facts from respected Sir Gauri Shankarji. So I would like to thank him for giving the insights how the temple administration functions. And I would like to take a few minutes to touch on the important topic, what is the purpose of the temple? So we have universities to teach about maths, about engineering, about chemistry, biology, very diversified subjects. But if you want to learn about life, where do you learn about life? Which university teaching you about life? The moment you leave temple, this university campus, you have to deal with the real world. You have to deal with the real world. Who is teaching you about the real world? How to handle the real world? So that is the main purpose of temple is three things. The first thing is culture. What is culture? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains, Mama evamso jivaloke jivabhuta sanatanaha manasastindriyani prakrutistani karshati. What is life? Everybody is struggling. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, mana, with the mind. You tell me, who is not suffering from the mental tension or anxiety? Raise your hands. Could be exam, or could be future, could be your job, could be family, could be children, could be career, could be growth, could be anything else. Krishna says, karshati, struggling. The battles are happening not outside. The battles are happening inside you. But what tools we have to handle those battles? The Sanatana Dharma means understanding your identity, understanding yourself, understanding who you are, understanding what is inside you and what is outside you. If you don't have this identity understanding, then we'll get into your serious problems, even if you have great knowledge about material science. The first thing is about cultural aspect. Second thing is character building. Where do you learn and how do you build your character? How do you transform your character? What tools we have to transform our character? The duty of a temple not only to teach us a culture, but also to help us transform our character. What is character? One is very greedy, one is very lusty, one is very selfish, one is very anguish. One has so much baggage sitting inside you. In Kali Yuga, we don't find Ravana, Kumbhakarna, Hiranyakashipu outside. They're all sitting inside you only, in the form of desires, unwanted desires. But who will help you to transform that character? I received a message last week from one of the CEO who did a PhD from Columbia University. He is the CEO of a company. He's building a global company. He did PhD in Columbia University, the Ivy School, top school in the world. He sent me a message last week. Swamiji, I find emptiness in my life. I find voidness in my life. I want to commit suicide. It's a very serious thing. If you don't know how to control your mind can drag you to any level. The purpose of temple is to give you that education, to give you the wisdom, or to help you to transform your character. Or which university helping you transform your character? Tell me one university in the world. Yes. Now that's how they're working on the foundational courses for all of you, to lay your foundation so that you don't get into that situation. You should ever be thankful to Chanakya University. Yes, character building is the second important principle of a temple. The third thing is consciousness, creating a saintly minds. Saint. Anybody can become a saint. It's not external thing, it is internal thing. The purity. The purpose of temple is to help the common people to overcome these tendencies, negative tendencies. That's the reason we have the great wisdom, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, all the scriptures, what we have to help individuals to develop godly consciousness. What is godly consciousness? Nirmana moha ita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandver vimukte sukha dukkha samgne gacchanta moodaha padamavyayam tat. Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, Purushottama Yoga, Krishna explains in text 5 what are the qualities required for a human being. Nirmana moha, a person who is free from illusion. What is illusion? We are thinking, oh, this is beautiful, this is not beautiful. Sometimes problem attack you, you think, oh, I didn't want to handle this. Sangha dosha. People worry about vastu dosha, isn't it? Vastu dosha or say jataka dosha. But Krishna talk about sangha dosha, your association. What is your company? Your character known by your association. But where do you get a good association? That is the purpose of a temple. To give an opportunity to develop a good association. Without good association, satsangatve nissangatvam. Without good association, we cannot develop a godly mind, saintly mind. It's not possible. If you want to become businessman, you have to be with the business people. Isn't it? To learn that art. If you want to learn music, you have to be with the music people. But if you want to develop a good qualities, you have to be with the good character-driven people. The purpose of a temple is to produce character-driven people. The godly, conscious-minded people. And who embrace the culture, who preserve the culture, who promote the culture. So one man who was highly educated came from America to his village. And he had to cross the river. He asked the boatman, hey, can you help me to cross the river? Yes, sir, I'll help you. They both got onto the boat. And the American who did PhD, he asked the village man, hey, do you know quantum physics? The boatman said, sir, I don't know anything quantum, I don't know any physics. I know only how to ride the boat. A man, 25% of life wasted. After some time sailing, he asked second question, do you know neuroscience? So I don't know neuroscience, sir. Oh, 50% life got wasted. After some time, he asked third question, you know biology at least? Or planetary systems? What you see, sun, moon, everything, planetary systems? I don't know, sir. 75% life got wasted. Oh, the boatman was thinking, oh, 75% of my life got wasted. They started sailing again. After some time, there was a thunderstorm. And the water started coming. And there was no way they could sail the boat. The boatman asked, sir, do you know swimming? He said, oh, I don't know swimming. Sir, 100% life got wasted, sir. So the purpose of temple to give you about life, knowledge about life. You may be expert in every stream of your disciplinary, math, physics, chemistry. If you don't know how to handle your mind, you are losing 100%. The message what I got from CEO, a achiever, great achiever, a great scholar, but he broken down. So the purpose of temple is to give you that life education, to give you that saintliness. So what you see in the outside world is a self-centric driven approaches. Temple is a God-centric approach. So you can make your home temple. Temples are made of bricks and cement or stone. Your house also made of bricks and cement or stone. What is the difference? When you go to temple, you find very pleasant. You find some confidence. You feel peace of mind. How do you get that energy in the temple? How I can bring the energy from the temple to my home? Can I do that? You can do that. Energy is everywhere. God is everywhere. Isha Vasham Idam Sarvam. He is everywhere. How I can bring the energy from temple to my home? There's a process. So, as faith is a fundamental aspect. If you don't have that faith aspect, so God, temples or home, both are same. But how I can get the energy into the house? By good association. Temple duty to give you enlightenment, to give you the knowledge about life. The whole Bhagavad Gita talks about knowledge about yourself. But if you don't know who you are, recently I met some PhD students from MIT. So they were telling me that they met one professor who got a Nobel Prize, Nobel laureate, maybe 10 years ago. They met him. The person, he forgot his name itself. Because of age and other factors, he forgot his own name. He didn't even know he got Nobel Prize. The reality is, material education is important. But if you don't know the life education, that means you are losing 100%. Because the human life is only meant to understand your identity. So if you don't know how to deal with your own identity, it's a big issue in relationships, in a business, in a family, in a socially, everywhere. You're not able to cope up with the real problems. So that is the reason I request all of you, hold on to the Sanatana Dharma, means hold on to scriptures, that's the knowledge aspect. So temple duty to promote knowledge, temple duty to preserve the culture, temple duty to propagate the knowledge. All of you can be the ambassadors. So you develop that kind of an aspect. When you go to temple, you try to understand. So at least take Bhagavad Gita with you. At least they go there and read at least one sloka. What is life? If you don't have a habit of understanding through knowledge, it will become a sentimental activity. A religion without philosophy is a sentiment. A philosophy without religion is a speculation. So you must have a religion with philosophy. Without knowledge, somebody question you, why are you going to temple? Oh, I'm going to ask him, how do I get a good job? Why are you going to temple? Temple is not for God. He is everywhere. Ishwaraha sarva bhutanam hrudeshu Arjuna tishtati. Arjuna, I am in everybody's heart. He is everywhere. But the temples for our benefit. Universities for professors for you. Colleges for you. Students are for professors. For students, right? Temples for you. Not for God. He is everywhere. He is Atma Rama, self-satisfied. He doesn't want anything from you. We're building temples means for our learning, for our education, for enlightenment. A lot of people question, why are you building temples? Somebody building a hospital, nobody question. Oh, I need more hospitals, proximity. Somebody building a college, nobody question. Somebody building a temple, oh, why we have so many temples? We don't know the purpose of temple. We don't know the value of temple. So we don't know why the temple main duty is to give you the fundamental principles about life. I'll conclude with one verse from scriptures that what is the fundamental principle about life, right? Develop the saintly mindset. Is a fundamental principle. If you develop, every individual develop a saintly mindset, you don't cheat anybody. You don't take right for anybody. Without a principle, without values, you may have a PhD degree. What is the value? If there is no honesty, there is no integrity, there is no principle system around you. I have seen some public servants who are IAS, IPS officers who got captivated by the power. Sometimes they get corrupted. Sometimes they're behind the bars. They were the people who broke the UPSC exam, top, IQ people. But there is no character. What will you do with the education without a character? That is the reason scripture says that. So develop a saintly character. Titikshana karunikaha suhrudam sarvadehinam ajata shanta shatrutve sadavaha sadhu bhushanam. Who is sadhu? Who is saintly man? Who wear the ornaments, not gold, diamond, platinum. Who wear the ornament, titikshana, who is more tolerant like a tree. Titikshana. If we go to bank, we have no patience to sit in the line, stand in the line. We become restless. If we go to security in airports, we have no patience at all. Tolerance. If you don't have patience for ATM bank or bank and airports, how do you have patience to deal with your life and failures? How do you handle failures in your life? You need to have a thorough internal capacity to handle the outside world. Whole world cannot crush you unless you develop the tolerance quality. That is sadhu mentality. The ornaments of a sadhu, titikshana, karunikaha, compassion. Compassion not only for human beings, for every species around you. Only human beings will become very compassionate. Other species, they have life to live. Compassionate every species around, develop that universal principle, what scripture talk about. Sanatana Dharma, not just set of people, the universal principle, compassion. Titikshana, karunik, suhrudam, being a well-wisher for every human being, for your friend or co-worker in a society. If you develop these qualities, ajata shanta shatrutve, somebody may treat you as enemy, but still you wish for good for them. This is Sanatana Dharma. Sadhavaha, sadhu bhushanam. He is called sadhu bhushanam. These are ornaments of a sadhu. You can be in university, you can be in IIT, you can be Stanford, MIT, Harvard. If you develop these qualities, you can be a corporate monk, you can be a monk. You can be a saintly man with these qualities. If you have this quality, then you respect every human being without considering their caste, creed, and race, their background. And secondly, then you go with this impression, the outside world, with a compassion mind, the selfishness will go away. Duryodhana had a lot of great skills and abilities, but Duryodhana did not have sadhu qualities. He was so over greedy. So these qualities, if we inculcate at very young age, you see, you will become the best husband, you become the best spouse, you become the best CEO, you become the best human being, first of all. Then you value the temples, then you build the temples, then you promote the knowledge. So if you don't have knowledge about your own culture, what do you promote? You become a fanatic. Just, I want Ramaraja, Ramaraja, Ramaraja. Nobody read Ramayana. That kind of person you want to be? When you get married, your child asks you, Papa, can you teach me Bhagavad Gita? Arre beta, I only saw some videos. The Mahabharata I saw when I was a kid. What you learned? Where is the knowledge aspect? If you go to university, how you're measured by the knowledge, right? Similarly in life, you need to have a life education. That is my humble request to all of you. I don't take much of your time. So at least from today, after 2 days you have been part of this journey, at least now begin, take an initiative that every one of you at least know at least what is in Bhagavad Gita. That is the life education. If you don't know about your own life, you are the greatest loser. So take that opportunity, don't misuse the opportunity. So with this environment, at least read one sloka every day from Bhagavad Gita. At least apply the sloka, not reading like a parrot. Parrot also reads. If you teach a parrot, can recite all 700 slokas. Internalizing that, applying that. A medicine should be applied. Then you will find the transformation in your own life. Then you be a different person with a different character, different mindset, and you will be able to handle anything, even a death cannot scare you. That assurance we can give you from Bhagavad Gita. So I would like to take a leave, and I wish all the best for all of you, and I would like to thank the management for inviting us here. So may God bless all of you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I really hate to disturb these great conversations, but the ticking of the clock is past me and I'm very powerless. So you will please apologize me for these interruptions that I have braved to make. But thank you very much, Prabhuji, for sharing your great message and talking about character and life values. And coming from you, it really carries the highest significance. Thank you for sharing it with our youngsters.